Welcome to the First Street Report, where you'll see the latest technology and products to make life a little bit easier. I'm Bud Myers. Well, it looks like we've actually got a change of seasons. Things are getting a little bit cooler. Leaves actually may even come off the trees someday. And you may actually want to even, sort of chart the course yourself by, telling the way the weather is and sort of being your own weathercaster. Right in your own backyard, you can do that now with a couple of new products. And this is what I think is so cool. This is the TV weather station by BIOS. Now, what this allows you to do is actually take all of those settings that your weathercasters actually give you, and your meteorologists give you, everything from actually the rain and barometric pressure and wind speed, wind direction. And as it gathers all of that information in your backyard, it wirelessly transports them onto your television screen, so you get all the information right there in one little setting where you can see it and sort of decide, what the weather's going to be like. Pretty cool little deal. It's $129. This is great if you've got kids to teach your kids about meteorology. Great little system. Now, if you're a traveler and you want to find out a little bit about, how good the weather is in 4 or 5 cities in 4 or 5 days, go with this. This is by Bushnell, and this is a 5-day AccuTrack weather station. If you see, it's 5 separate days, and it gives you sort of a picture of what the weather's going to be like in cities all over the United States, as well as a forecast of how things are going to be in the next few days. So if you can't get to that television station or radio station quickly, just take one glance. It's all you need right here in one little deal. Now, as the weather turns, of course, there's change in the weather, air pressure and air temperature and humidity. And what people tend to do is, they go in and they get their humidifiers into the room. This is so different. This is really a system that's ultrasonic, and what it does, it's called the Germ Guardian. And for $199, what it does is it puts a signal into the water. Then normally when you put water in there, it stays for a while. Well, this actually puts a light into the water and kills the germs, no matter how long that it was in there. So you're not just putting germs in the air, you're putting your humidity in the air, and you know that you're not making yourself, any sicker. And of course, you can always get sick when you go out to the yard and you go to the car and the car won't start, and you always have to get underneath that hood. I can't stand it. Well, you don't have to worry about that anymore with the easy, quick jumper. For $29, you don't have to do that anymore. For the car that doesn't start, you put this into the cigarette lighter and put this into the other car's cigarette lighter that does, and it'll start your car up simply and without all that grease on your hands. Pretty cool for $29.95. Hey, if you have any more questions for any of this, just go to firststreetonline.com or WTVR.com. We'll be glad to answer them for you. Until next week, I'm Bud Myers.